Yo, what's up, everybody? David Hem here on the Be Wealthy podcast. Check it out. This is episode number 7, and today's a special one. It's the podcast for my birthmas. This is the day I've entered the world, give or take a few hours. For the past couple of years, I wasn't trying to really celebrate it. I was trying to unsubscribe to those type of things and stuff like that. But today's different for me, and I'm going to tell everyone. And I'm going to be like, hey, you, today's the day I came into the world. Yes. I think that should replace greetings from now on, you know. Now when you say hello or what's up to everybody, you go, how you doing, man? Chilling? How's everyone doing today out there in the virtual world, 2-dimensional planes, out here creating another digital ghost for the digital wave? Damn. 38 special. Shout out to Rob Greco for making that reference. Dig it. 38 years, you know what I mean? That's quite a few times around the sun, moon, depending if you're into that idea. Me personally, I support flat Earth. I support holographic Earth. I don't know about round Earth. That's just me. I'm not going to argue to anybody. You could have your own beliefs. I reserve judgment. That's kind of my year thing, is to reserve judgment and to allow more information to come in. Because as we all know, we've only been here for about a blip of a time, and if you believe all the science and the data, that, the universe has been around for billions of years. So I don't know how that's even calculated, right? Because time itself is a man-made thing, right? So we've only gave time something because we needed some time. We needed some time to think about it. Well, we'll see what's going on. Things are shaping up at the healing fields. I'm been kind of down. That I thought that I couldn't travel anywhere. I wasn't going to be able to go somewhere that I thought I was, because I made a promise to myself, 3 years ago, that on my birthday I will be in a different place geographically, And that first year I took a trip out to LA, West Side, Hollywood. Always wanted to be out there. Second year, Cambodia, right? That was amazing. It's crazy because at first it wasn't, jet lag and being in new surroundings, and maybe the CO2 emissions getting to my brain. But a few days into it, I was really starting to enjoy it. And so here I am this year, third year, and I didn't really have much money to travel anywhere. It's fine. It's like maybe I could be in a different state. Maybe try something new. I have a yoga studio now that I'm running. That's kind of been definitely something new. And I still resist it. I still, part of me, I would be relieved if it didn't make it. I'm in this weird space with it because I never wanted one. I never wanted a yoga studio. And I didn't set out, I'm going to have a yoga studio. I'm going to run a yoga studio. It's not a goal of mine or a dream of mine. In fact, my life never really consisted of goal planning or having dreams. You know what I mean? I just wanted to do something that was comfortable, that made my life quality cozy, that gave me, because I've had plenty of jobs that sucked, and they were jobs, right? I exalted energy. I gave energy in exchange for a handful of dimes. Shout out Jim Morrison. and every job was by definition, a job, and I hated it. I hated, so it made every job worse, right? And so this goes right into the old Zen quote, chop before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Because before I resisted a lot. I didn't, I just remember waking up early and like just dragging my feet and like hating going, and that just made it even more worse, because I wasn't flowing with it. But now I'm in a different place. I'm looking to maybe go back to a job and to a workplace, maybe not full time, but to help supplement the studio, to help keep it going. Maybe I'll go to a familiar place, back to the old factory gig. Maybe hope to work with my pops. But I can definitely, but I'm in a different place now. I can go back to these kind of places, be humble, and and do what needs to be done. Yeah. So being a new age number physically, mentally in a different place, spiritually in a different place, it always causes for reflection. You know what I'm saying? And because it's hard to, like to see yourself grow. Right? It's hard to see yourself grow. It's hard to see yourself because you are yourself, right? All you know is how you've been, right? And then every day you just increase or progress about 0.001% at a time, and it's hard to see the shift. It's like the plates, San Andreas, the faults that create earthquakes. You don't see those tiny shifts, but it's like these huge tectonic plates just grinding against each other. You don't see it. You don't see it. And it happens for thousands of years until eventually and magma, and you got magnitudes, and you have Richter scales off the chisels. And that's what happens, right? This is kind of like the awakening thing or the practice. You just practice and you give what you can and you do your best as much as you can, considering the resources, considering what day it is, considering the climate, considering how much rest you got the night prior to. There's a lot of things to take into consideration when it comes to, progress. And I forget that. And then when I forget about the progress that I make, I get sad. I get depressed. I get uninspired. I start to feel stuck in a rut. Because to me, that's the essential thing to happiness. Progress. Progress is happiness. I forgot who said that. Was it Gary Vee or Tony Robbins? One of those motivational dudes. Whatever. You know what I mean? They progress is happiness, right? When you see the progress in your life, and you can honor it and notice it, you could be like, oh man, that's right. I am improving. You know what I mean? As opposed to somebody who and they see you after a few years and like, oh my God, you're doing so great. Oh, you look so happy. That one always gets to me, right? You know what I mean? It's like, you look so happy because of social media, right? And you see that it's like, you look so happy. Look so happy. But they can never know if you really feel happy because you look so happy. I thought he was pictures. And then after the picture. I know, because I used to do that shit, right? I used to always present myself to be happy inside, dying inside. But now I'm all about, if I'm sad, I'm sad. I'll be that. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to impress anyone as much anymore. I think it's a lie when people are like, I don't care what anyone says anymore. Yeah, you do, because you wouldn't have said that if you didn't, right? Because I think if you're truly happy, you ain't got to tell nobody. That's just for me, right? When you're like on the social media, like, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm sure there's some accuracy to your bold ass statement, but uh, we're supposed to hold that happiness for 24 hours. That shit is impossible. Anyway, um, I'm always all about. I'm about that. Feel how you feel. You know what I mean. Be who you want to be at the moment. You know what I mean. There's no being yourself, right? I. There's no being yourself, right? Because yourself changes moment to moment, and it also alters with whoever you're in contact with or whoever your attention is focused on, right? Because you're not who you are. You're not what you think you are, but you are what you think the other person thinks you are, right? So what I mean by that is that, like, my friend comes over, I am going to be what I think a friend is to this person, right? I go to work and I talk to the boss. I'm going to be an employee, right? Maybe an upstanding employee, maybe a hardworking employee, right? Or my idea or what I think my boss wants me to be, right? So being yourself changes because you're not who you are around your best friend when you're by yourself, right? Maybe you are, but most of the time, we're not. Like when I'm around Millie, I'm a could you brush you, Millie? I love you. What? I'm a totally different person. When I'm in class, when I'm teaching a yoga class, I'm a different person. It's like there's no being yourself. Being yourself is just allowing yourself to be what you feel, right? If you're sad, be sad. You don't have to front, and that's what happens. I think social media is crippling us. This is why teen suicide rate is at its highest it's ever been. It's like we just can't compare to somebody on a yacht on the white desert sands with their hair flowing and loving it up. You know what I mean? Because I don't like my life ain't that great. That person's beautiful. I'm not that beautiful. But every picture in itself was like carefully curated, authored, edited, and beautified. And now you have filters that are smoothing out cheekbones and making like blemishes disappear and becoming soft. But you see my face? Soft. Cold showers, biatch. But anyway, I'm not going to get too far into it. You know what I mean? So what I've learned in my 38 years of life is that you can only satisfy yourself, right? You can exhaust resources. You can do your best, like try to make everyone happy, make your partner happy, make your boss happy, or you try to send a message out and try to achieve validation from everyone, but there's always going to be one or two or 1,000 people that's going to disagree with you. So instead of fucking trying to exhaust resources, I'm trying to make everybody happy. Make yourself happy, goddammit, right? And then results, the byproducts that some people might benefit off of it. So this is the 38 special podcast, 38 years, the Be Wealthy podcast, WELLTHY. Check us out at the Healing Fields Yoga at 1030 North American Street. It's been an honor to be a servant of your spiritual curiosity. I plan to keep this going. Thank you so much for bearing with me when I was feeling sad and feeling down, and all the love and support when I was, and thank you for all the reinforcements when I'm killing it. Be prepared to see a lot more from the Healing Fields and from the Be Wealthy podcast. Going to have some guests on this motherfucker. All right, so take care of yourself. Be wealthy.